Jen. I have a project share today. This is a card that I made for my mom. It's going to be a little bit of a late Mother's Day gift, but hopefully she won't mind. I started off by making this flower, and I had seen several people make the loopy flowers out of lace, and I do want to make some out of lace. But the other day my daughter came down and she's like, Mom, I need shorts for school, and she's kind of grown out of everything. She's actually growing like a weed. But I had just chopped off a pair of her jeans and, she folded them into shorts. And the denim was kind of a lightweight denim. So I made this flower out of the bottom of her old jeans. And after I made the loopy flower, I put some gesso on it and put some of the Mod Podge Super Gloss decoupage, which I really like. And then while it was still wet, I added some of the Dry Stickles glitter. And just added some lace and this piece of bling, which is from Michaels. And oh, before I forget, I went to Michaels yesterday and picked up a few things, but I have to show you. Aren't these gorgeous? Just absolutely love them. They came in a 4-pack, and so this is from the jewelry section at Michael's, and that's where the blue and green one are from as well. So I made the flower, and so I pulled the paper collection and everything together after making the flower, and the paper collection is this one here. It's Teresa Collins, Now and Then. And I think I purchased this online, and when I purchased it, I had also purchased the stamp set. And so I used the Thankful for You. I had embossed that right there. And then I'll show you another stamp I used on the inside. And let me just give you a close-up quick. These flowers were just, they were like a bronze colored reflection flowers, and I covered them with gesso and paint, and again some of the glossy, or actually I really coated them heavily with the Super Gloss Mod Podge, and then put the distressed dry glitter on there. And I wanted to pull a little bit of the blue up to this corner, so I had made all of these leaves. Let me just say that this card took me forever to make. All of my cards take me forever to make. And I do make a lot of the embellishments myself. Like I made all the leaves, and but I mean I spent a half a day on this one day and then a few more hours the next day. I mean, it's kind of crazy, but I see other people and they make these beautiful cards, and I wonder how long it takes them because it takes me forever. But the leaves I had in another tutorial that I did, and I basically just took book paper and covered the Tim Holtz grunge paper, and then I put a paint or gesso around the edges, and either covered it with like a Perfect Pearl spray or some of the crackle accents. Like this one has a little bit of the crackle accents on there. And I use this stamp, which is a Gorgeous Girl stamp. It's Poppy Fields. And I paper pieced her dress, which is also paper from the Now and Then collection, and colored her with my Copics. I made this little flower as well, and then this little image of this birdie is from Crafty Secrets cardstock sheet of cutouts. And I distressed all the edges, and then I also took stickles and went around every edge of all the paper, so I guess that's why it takes me so long in any case. And then this is the inside, and I just put some crocheted lace and trims here, and I also have those tucked in the front. And then this is where I'm going to put her sentiment here, or write her a little note there. And then I use some enamel embossing powder to stamp this, which was from the stamp set with the little bee on there. And then I actually had a Primus stamp set that had a little tiny bee on it, so I made that little bauble to cover my brad. And then I can, I originally was going to put it in here this way, but I really like how this came out, so. But very, very happy with how it came out. And I really like these cards because they stand up so nicely. Okay, I have just a couple other things to share. I was making some flowers this morning. So I made this one, which I love. And I got this center. I did some a little bit of craft shopping yesterday. I was at Hobby Lobby and Michael's, but I got these over in the sewing section. And they don't ever put their buttons on sale, but I bought, I think, 5 different sets of buttons, but I absolutely love these. They only came with 2, and I want to go back and get a couple more of those. But this, I was watching Laura from the Robin Laura YouTube channel last night and saw her flowers that she made, and then she had a link to the woman, and I'm sorry, I don't know her name, but I did just subscribe to her channel, who made these shabby chic flowers, and I need to get some more of the rosette trim because they just are not too difficult and come out beautiful. So I'm going to put that on my mini album that I'm finishing. And oh, just quickly, my daughter has a band concert tomorrow night. She's like, can you make me a small aqua flower? So I made this out of, let me grab it right here. I think I had bought this at Michael's. The Celebrate It trim, polyester aqua trim. And so I just cut out 8 of the Tim Holtz small flowers and folded those up and glued those on there for her. This one, again, I just made real quick. She asked for a flower, a hair flower, this color to match a shirt. And so I took a silk flower from this bunch of flowers I purchased yesterday at Michael's. Those were on sale. And then just I used the Heidi Swap color mist and colored a rosette and the flower and just added a little piece of bling and a barrette on the back. And then my girlfriend, this is just 2 rosettes that I layered and put a piece of bling in the middle. My girlfriend called me this morning and said she needs 65 quick flowers for Teacher Appreciation Week. So I said, well, we could make these. These would be super quick and easy just to layer the 2 flowers together. And what else? Oh, I wanted to share, I bought a bird cage at Michael's a couple weeks ago, and I needed a doily to put underneath it so it didn't scratch the wood surface. And let me just pick up the camera. I can show you real quick. I live in the Northeast. So there's my bird cage. And we do not have a lot. We do have some antique shops, but they tend to be very pricey. I never seem to find time to go to garage sales, but we don't have like flea markets and stuff. Like I know a lot of folks out on the West Coast have all these really cool places to get vintage items, but I could not find a reasonably priced doily, and I got this one off of Etsy from a shop called Well Worth It. And the bird cage was 10 inches, and it was an 11-inch doily that the woman had handmade. I'll just pick this up real quick. But it was $5.99 shipped. And I'll try and do a little bit of a close-up, but it's just beautiful. And so that came the other day, and now I can put my little bird cage on there. And yesterday I also got, I don't have any arty cake. Like I said, I tend to really make a lot of my own embellishments. But I saw this yesterday, and there's an arty cake bracelet that I thought I would eventually take apart just to use all the different pieces. But then I'm like, oh, I think I'm going to hang it on my mannequin. I just absolutely love it, though. It's really, really pretty. So I don't think, oh, I'll show you just a couple of other things that I got yesterday at Michael's. I'm not one much for doing hauls, but I was looking for, I just recently kind of restocked all my trinkets and my ribbons, but I was looking for some of the acrylic sprays, and I haven't been able to find any, but I did find this one. It was in the, I think it was in the spring clearance section. And so that was on clearance, or it was half off. And then I purchased these. They were also in the spring clearance section. They're just like, they have these really delicate little leaves on them. And so I thought that looked pretty together. And then this was also in the spring clearance section. It is like a tinsel trim, and it has a mauve string going through the middle. But I think the reason I bought it is I just loved the spool that it's on. It's like really thick chipboard and has this super cute image on it. So I think I'm going to use these to make a graduation card for a good friend of ours who's graduating from high school. So that's all I have. Hope everyone is having a great day, and I'll be talking to you soon. Bye-bye.